Imagine, if you will, that you are not the only one watching your daughter in her bed. Imagine, if you will, that there's somebody miles away tapping into your camera. You don't know them. They don't know you. But they're watching your baby as they're playing in their crib at night before they go to sleep. How does that make you feel? Bet it doesn't make you feel too safe. Bet it makes you uneasy. Uneasy to look at this footage as it does me. What would make you even more uneasy is to know that it is our daily reality. The daily reality is that these people are listening to your phone calls, looking at the emails you are making, looking at your financial records, and they can even go to your house without your consent or prior knowledge. The truth is that these people are the people you voted for. You voted Republicans in. You voted Democrats in. It didn't matter. The PATRIOT Act was still signed in. It still exists. And it's still here today. The USA PATRIOT Act, commonly known as the PATRIOT Act, is an act of the United States Congress that was signed into law by US President George W. Bush on October 26, 2001. The USA PATRIOT Act is a backronym that stands for Uniting and Strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism. The PATRIOT Act was written following the September 11 attacks in an effort to dramatically tighten U.S. national security, particularly as it related to foreign terrorism. In general, the Act included three main provisions: expanded abilities of law enforcement to surveil, including by tapping domestic and international phones, eased interagency communication to allow federal agencies to more effectively use all available resources in counterterrorism efforts, and increased penalties for terrorism crimes, and an expanded list of activities which would qualify someone to be charged with terrorism. Opponents of the law have criticized its provision for indefinite detention of immigrants, permission to law enforcement to search a home or business without the owner's or the occupant's consent or knowledge under certain circumstances, the expanded use of national security letters which allow the Federal Bureau of Investigation to search telephone, email, and financial records without a court order, and the expanded access of law enforcement agencies to business records, including library and financial records. Since its passage, several court challenges have been brought against the act. And yet the people you voted for, whichever side they were on, it's considered a bipartisan bill. Because it was. It was reinstated by President Donald Trump this year. It doesn't matter who you vote for in this election. The Federal Bureau of Investigations or whoever the hell else can spy on you. They can look through your records, they can look at your cameras, they can look through everything, every photo you've ever taken, every email you've ever sent, every website you've ever visited, every place you've ever been thanks to your GPS. They know. What the hell do they want it for? And people will sit and tell you, oh, if you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing to be scared of. Oh, not doing anything wrong, huh? How would you feel if I looked through all of your photos? What's in your emails? What about in your web browser history? Where have you been? Where do you work? Where do you live? Huh? Tell me in the comments. I bet you won't. Because the truth is that you don't want strangers knowing that information, no matter what job they held. Even if I was in the FBI, would you freely tell me that? Would you email me and tell me all those things? No, you wouldn't. Because you wouldn't want me knowing that. Because you don't know me. You don't know what my intentions are. You don't know what I'm going to do with that information. And as it relates to government, come on. It's arbitrary what they consider to be wrong. Tomorrow they could pass a law that says it's illegal to be on YouTube. You get my point here? That it doesn't matter. Because it's completely arbitrary what is right and wrong under the guise of a government agency. What matters is that your personal data, your information, is being looked at every day. And if that makes you uncomfortable, it should. It makes me uncomfortable. It is a terrifying reality. It's something that is completely Orwellian in nature. In fact, it sounds exactly to me as the TVs in the book that watch everything that all of the characters do, that all of the people of that society are up to. They're listening. They're watching. And yet, what do we do? The most terrifying thing about it all is that this should come as no shock to most people. Because we already know it's been going on. We make memes about it. We joke about it. Oh, our FBI agent. Those memes, you ever seen them? You ever seen the FBI agent memes? They're real funny. Real funny when you stop to consider the reality behind those memes. They say that the best jokes are half true. But I struggle to find the comedy in everything I've ever done being listened to, being read. And for those that are gonna call me some crazy tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist, just look it up yourself. Look into what Edward Snowden had to say about his history with working in the government. Go just simply Google the Patriot Act, scroll through the Wikipedia page, look at the insane number of amendments they'd had to make to that thing just so it could stay alive. And tell me that they're not just compartmentalizing this stuff. Because the truth is, they probably are. And it's the stuff that we don't know that they're doing with it that's truly terrifying. Because they're state secrets. Oh, you can't know that because it will hurt national security. Because, man, wouldn't it be terrible if I knew what the government was doing with my private information? Anyways, to all of you, have a good day. Stay safe out there. And just know, there is someone watching. And that something needs to change.